Hello, hello. All right, we're live. So let's just sit down and have a real talk about this. You know, a lot of people hear the word wealth and instantly their mind jumps to extremes. Either it's something they'll never have because they think only millionaires qualify, or they think, they picture some fancy lifestyle where you're driving Lambos and flying private jets. But wealth, real wealth, is way simpler than that. And the easiest way to actually build it without ever feeling like you're broke comes down to a few mindset shifts and practical steps that anyone can do, even while you're working a 9 to 5. So let's break this down in a way that actually feels doable, because that's the only way you'll stick to it. First, let's talk about what wealth actually means. Because here's the thing, wealth isn't just about money, wealth is freedom. It's the ability to wake up in the morning and not have to stress about bills, not have to say yes to things you hate doing just because you need a paycheck, and not constantly wonder, what if I lose my job? True wealth is security. It's peace of mind. And once you start thinking of it that way, you'll realize it's not about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about building a system where your money quietly works for you in the background. Now, the problem is that most people go at this the wrong way. They try to sprint towards wealth. They either put themselves on super strict budgets like eating ramen noodles every night just to save a buck, or they try to gamble their money in crypto, stocks, or some business idea that blows up in their faces. These things work, but they just don't even learn it. And when that fails, they give up completely. But here's the truth. You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to take crazy risks. You can build wealth slowly, consistently, and still enjoy your life along the way. That's the balance most people miss. So, how do you actually do it? Let me walk you through the steps. Step number 1, pay yourself first. And I know you've heard that before, but let me explain why it's different than budgeting. Most people get paid, pay their bills, spend a little, and then if there's anything left over, maybe they save. But that doesn't work, because there's never anything left over. Life will always find a way to spend that extra cash. Instead, you flip the script. The moment money comes in, before you pay anyone else, you pay yourself. That could be 10%, 15%, maybe even 20% of your paycheck automatically going into a savings or investment account. And here's the key. You set it up so you don't even have to see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Once it's automatic, you don't feel broke because you're only spending what's left. That becomes your new normal. Step number 2, invest. Don't just save. Look, a savings account is good for emergencies, but it won't make you rich. It won't make you wealthy. The interest is basically nothing. If you want wealth, you need your money to grow faster than inflation. And the easiest way, without being some stock market genius, is index funds. Seriously, most millionaires didn't get rich by picking hot stocks or day trading. They just consistently invested in broad market index funds and let time do the heavy lifting. Think of it this way. If you just put $500 a month into an S&P 500 index fund, over 20 years, you're looking at potentially $500 million or more. And you didn't have to be a Wall Street expert. You just had to be consistent. Step number 3, build small income streams on the side. And notice I said small. Everyone online is obsessed with these massive side hustles, quitting your job, becoming a digital nomad, all that. But you don't have to go that far. Just adding 1 or 2 sources of income can completely change your financial picture. For example, maybe you start freelancing a skill you already have, like, graphic design or maybe writing. Maybe you sell digital products online like templates or guides. Maybe you just, start something super low maintenance, like renting out an extra room on Airbnb or investing in dividend stocks. The point is, you create little streams that trickle money into your account while you keep your main job. Over time, these three streams add up, and suddenly you're not relying 100% on your paycheck. Step number 4, upgrade your mindset. And this is a big one. If you think about money like it's scarce, like every dollar you spend is making you poorer, you'll always feel broke, even when you're doing well. Instead, think of money as a tool. Every dollar you save and invest isn't gone. It's working for you. And every smart purchase, like buying a skill that makes you more money later, is actually an investment. That shift is huge because it keeps you from resenting the process. You're not punishing yourself to save money. You're literally buying freedom with every dollar you put away. Step number 5, protect what you build. Because let's be real, life throws curveballs. And if you're building wealth slowly, you need to make sure one emergency doesn't wipe you out. That means an emergency fund, yes, but also things like insurance, staying out of high interest debt, and living below your means. Just enough so you're not on the edge every month. When you protect yourself, you never feel broke. So you don't panic when your car breaks down, or when your company does layoffs, because you've built a safety net. That confidence is priceless. And here's the best part. None of this requires you to live like a monk. You can still go out, eat good food, buy nice things here and there. The difference is you've structured your money so that fun comes after you've paid yourself. That way you enjoy life guilt-free while your future self is quietly getting richer. Think about it. Most people feel broke not because they don't make enough, but because they're always one paycheck away from disaster. But if you feel that and start building slowly, like you flip that, you'll never have to feel that way again. So let me wrap this up with something important. Wealth is built in boring ways. It's not flashy, it's not overnight, and that's why most people ignore it. But boring is actually good. Boring works, because while everyone else is chasing the next get-rich-quick scheme, you'll be stacking wealth quietly, year by year, without ever feeling like you're depriving yourself. And one day, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, you'll look back and realize you're wealthy. You make more money than your peers. You didn't feel broke getting here. And now you've gotten the freedom to do, whatever you want. That's real wealth. So if you take anything from this talk, it's this. Start small, make it automatic, let time do its thing, and don't overcomplicate it. Wealth isn't about luck or genius. It's about consistency. And if you start now, you'll thank yourself later. So that was it for this podcast. That's it. That's the easiest way to build wealth slowly without ever feeling broke. Simple steps, no gimmicks, just real freedom over time. And I hope you like this. So like, share, and subscribe, and let's see you in the next one. And I hope you learned something today. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Love you. I'm signing off.